Hello and welcome to Bargain and Subscription Gaming. My name is Rich, playing a little more Forza Motorsport, doing a third race in the Corvette C7.R series on the Road to Race tour. It's going to be Watkins, Glen. Let's do some performance upgrades. They're going to give us a little bit of acceleration, some handling, and some braking. A lot more braking. Huh. Big jump in braking. Can't complain about that. Well, you could, but it's not going to make any difference. Alrighty, now let's go back down and get the details. It's Watkins Glen International Speedway, full circuit of 3.45 miles. It's 4:40 in the evening, mostly clear. 3 laps of practice and a 4-lap race. Alright, let's continue and go do our practice. The photo circuit.
When New York State banned racing on state highways in the early 1950s, a new 4.4-mile Watkins Glen course was created in the nearby town of Dix. On
2:11, so we're going to try probably get around 2. Might be a little over. Let's see. I think this is the line right here. Nope, line's further up. There it is. And of course, the first major turn, there's a dude, just blocking my way. I love the curved-in fences there and all that. Like, part of it's like, yeah, we're protecting people from, like, stuff being shot up, but it also looks like kind of trying to keep these drunk idiots from, like, throwing, like, beer cans and stuff on the track. I don't know if that's what it's actually for, but, that's a story I'm telling. And, there's nobody here to correct me. Pretty area. Nice trees. Get out of my way. So get out of my way. I'm going to hit you and blame you for the damage to my car. I'm sorry, sir. You do these things enough, you play these things, and you have the same thoughts hit your head. It's like, I see the little cherry picker there, and it immediately brings me back to working at Central Steel. And it's like, have I talked about that? I probably have. It's one of those things where it's like, I learned a lot when I was a bartender. It's like, people, the same stimulus oftentimes provokes just the same stories, the same reactions in people. Unthinkingly. It's like we're just such creatures of habit, especially when you kind of pour booze on it all and take a lot of volition out of it and put you on automatic pilot. You become that creature that just you see the same thing, you say the same thing over and over. And I didn't realize how much I had become that guy until I was at the bar with this young lady once, and like we're talking, and I started in on one of my stories, and she just, like, yeah, and then this, and this, and bam, 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 boom, story over. Like, oh my God, I'm appalled. She just called me out for being, a boring, repetitive, drunken oaf. I was, unable to deal with that level of embarrassment that young. It was absolutely mortifying for me. Nice girl. She did have a bit of a drug problem, which at the time I didn't see as much of a problem because I didn't mind those sorts of things myself on occasion. But as you get older, realize some people's habits are, you know, a little, they can lead to even worse ones, or they're already bad, and you're just like kind of realizing the extent to which they're banned, and you're like, oh, and I'm getting myself involved in this, and that's not good. And when the people you're spending time with have a thing for any of the white powders, you know, it's probably best to, like, I mean, if you can get them to get help, that's always been, you know, nice. It probably, the relationship won't work out, but you know, getting somebody helps that they live to see, you know, 40, 50, 60 is, you know, usually the goal. I saw one of those Reddit threads or something, like where a guy is like talking, like, I don't know, it's one of those things where people just kind of talk anonymously about their problems. The one guy's like, I wish my girlfriend's family weren't so mean to her, and the guy says, like, as the genie that's granted, but now that she's more you know, she's, what's the word, like, capable, more you know, less damaged person, she's no longer dating you. And the guy's response was like, well, you know, if that made them stop treating her so bad, then yeah, that's fine. And it's like, that's exactly, you know, the thing you're looking for, is like, is your care for somebody else isn't that they are with you 100% of the time. It's just like that they continue to be and exist, you know, and have a life worth living. They're that important to you that you just want them to continue. And your life would be less without them. Not so much less without them in it, but less without them, period. All right. Go to race. Yes, yes. Get challenged. I do not want to be challenged. I want to win races and make money. Move on. Something I had for dinner is not agreeing too well with me. My stomach is like, no, I'm doing the rumbly tumblies. You may have to make a quick exit to the bathroom at some point in the near future. Normally I would always rewound that and like say, no, you guys don't get to pass me up so early. I mean, I got like, what, 4 laps to get ahead of everyone. I'll probably be in first by the end of the second lap, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. The AI usually takes care of me. Bounce, 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 bing! And the dude's like, just gonna get shot off the course because I just keep slamming him. Oopsie. I could have done that turn much better. I was trying to pass on the outside. Instead, I just rammed him in the hind end. Get off me, dude. Look at all. Listen, not look at. Look. Listen to all those engines that like they're so finely tuned. They're moving so fast. That doesn't sound like the engine of a loud, rumbly car. It sounds like a jet engine's going so fast. Third place, the end of the first lap there. Oh, sorry, buddy. We have to catch up to first place, though. So I'm not really sorry. And this banana yellow Corvette, which I believe is the same make and model as mine, except... Okay, let's rewind. I lost a lot of control there. Let's go back further. Just touching that that gravel, it's like I try to pull out of it and it just keeps you stuck in that rut. Like, no, fight you. Which is weird because I have like the rumble turned off on this, so you don't actually feel it, but you still get that kind of physical sensation of the stick fighting you. I don't know why. Just they managed to give you that illusion of like you're fighting the car or in the control with just the visual input and the sounds. I turned the vibration off because I got arthritis, and it's like if you got arthritis, it's one of the first things you do if you want to play any sort of racing game. Honestly, and also if I could get an aftermarket controller where the trigger pulls were a lot lighter, I would absolutely. That was any good. A lot of the aftermarket controllers are kind of just dog poo. And so you get one and you're replacing it again in no time. But the trigger pull, especially as the weather gets cold, my hands start to hurt. Trigger pulls can be kind of brutal. That's why in the winter I will only ever record one of these a day at the most, because I just can't, hold my fingers down for that long. And then I remember they did the one series where it was the hour-long race. I realized as I'm getting into it now, absolutely nuts about that. It kind of ran it a little. It's like I want to finish the series, get my reward, but at the same time, I do not want to hold the trigger down for an hour. I don't want to hurt myself like that. As we all know, I'm not really... This is like, if I'm going to go play a game for this is my idea of I'm going to relax and have a good time, it's not usually going to be a racing game. I like my RPGs. I love if I'm just killing time, something that's mindless fun is ARPGs where you're just killing stuff for loot, And then a Blatro or any sort of roguelite where it's just kind of repeating those sorts of things. There's very much something in my brain that likes that sort of thing. Get that from my mom. My mom played solitaire, sat at computers and played solitaire for years until she just couldn't do it anymore. And older, we got her these tablets where she would play Sudoku for a while, and then she was playing this other word game that was on the tablet for a long time, and then just just the process of we didn't know it was cancer, but it was just kind of changing her so much that it's she couldn't even enjoy or concentrate on things like that. One time, she used to have my dad read to her. That was one of her joys, just to sit there and they would have story time together. He would read to her Martha Grimes and stuff like that. And they were in the hospital, and she asked him to stop reading, and it was just kind of heartbreaking, because that was not the woman that he'd spent his entire life with. But, it's hard not to remember them that way too. You gotta go to the older pictures, the older videos and stuff, and remember the person they were, and not the pain and the anger and the frustration and the confusion at the end. I don't know what brought this up. So, sometimes you just talk about stuff like that. I'm always trying to just yap away while I'm doing these races, just to keep from zoning out and getting, as I say, hypnotized by the car. And just, telling stories about my life. And she was a big part of it for a very long time. We're getting close to finishing this one. We're on our final lap. I don't know that I'm going to record the final of this series tonight. I may move on. I'm going to be doing my stream of Lies of P in a little while. I want to see if I can get anything else done beforehand, because I spent so much time this morning kind of editing stuff, I didn't get a lot more stuff created. And I always feel the need to create a lot more content. I know you guys are probably saying, hey, how about spending more time learning how to edit and make better videos, which is valid, but also, the fun part of this job, at least for me, usually is the recording of it, And so I do tend to focus on stuff like that. All right. Next time it's Sebring International Raceway, the full circuit. Okay, well, no, we didn't. No, we don't want to go to the next. We did not want to do that. Oopsie. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you guys want to see more Forza Motorsport, let me know in the comments. If there's other games on Game Pass or PS Plus, games are free to play, games are on sale you're interested in, you can write that down in the comments as well. I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. And I'll see you guys all next time.